Be.
Hi, Sean.
I called you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. A great host. Sean is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Hey, Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so pumped to be on the air tonight. It's so much to talk about. Let's start with this. So let me roll in my enthusiasm and my excitement. Right, we're gonna get to the war, day 6. George, day 6 of the Iranian war. We got to start coming in the show with that. You know how other shows count down. Day 6 of the Iranian war. But anyway, we'll get to that. I want to start with Kristi Noem being fired. And no, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, she wasn't fired. She was demoted. We have to make sure we say that, right? And now her new thing is she's going to be special envoy. Special envoy to the shield of the shield of America. What does that mean? I don't know. They're supposed to explain it, I think, in the coming days. Okay. There's so much to say. You know, when you do talk radio for a living, all the words are in your head because there's so much to say, and you don't know how to, slow them down in your brain. I don't know how to slow my brain down because there's so much to say. So let me start here. Let's go back a little. Kristi Noem did not get in trouble because she had some contract for $230 million, $143 million of which went to some connected political consultant that worked with her when she was the governor. That's not why she got let go. She didn't get let go because the $200 million contract that she said Trump knew all about in the hearings, and Trump said, no, I didn't, which we know is not true. You know Donald Trump, he signed off on it. He thought it was a great idea. You know he did. What he probably didn't know was the money was going to one of her connected political people. That's not why she got in trouble. That's not why she got fired. The reason why Kristi Noem got fired is because several months ago, a young lady by the name of Renee Good was driving in Minneapolis. And an ICE agent shot her in the face. First shot went through the windshield. The next 2 shots, the kill shots, came from the side after he'd already gotten away. Kristi Noem called her a domestic terrorist. The president said she was a terrorist. All of you listening to me right now called into my show and told me that woman was trying to kill him. It was attempted murder with a car. Talk radio hosts all across conservative media said the same thing. I said back then, which prompted all of you to call me and tell me I was crazy, I said back then, this is going to be a problem. Skip ahead, skip down the line. You got kids, you got marches, you got protesters, you got ICE going into homes. Just an incredibly aggressive way of going after so-called criminal, violent, gangbanging illegal immigrants. But you see images of children, images of parents. I told you that when you shoot a priest in the head with a pellet ball from a roof while he's standing on the ground with his hands up in prayer, you're going to have issues. You all told me I was crazy. Why would you bring that liberal minister on? Then, the last, most egregious act that got Kristi Noem eventually fired. A man was shot while on his stomach, being detained and held by up to 5 ICE agents, and he was shot dead on the street. And you all, and Kristi Noem, and the White House, and every single conservative said, well, he had a gun. And I told you back then this is going to be a problem. But you yelled at me. You told me I don't know what I'm talking about. He's a criminal. He's a radical. He's a domestic terrorist. This is all the things that you said. You went so far to say you shouldn't bring a gun to a protest, while at the same time exclaiming that you're Second Amendment advocates. Pro-gun, yeah. Out of my cold, dead hands, yeah. Don't tread on me, yeah. And now months later, she's fired. That's what got her fired, not the $200 million in contracts. I don't believe that. She was done then. Because she made everybody in that administration look bad, especially Donald Trump. his signature policy, deportation, she made to look like a bunch of hard-booted, black-booted thugs walking through the streets of Minneapolis in America, snatching people up off the streets. And it was fine. Everybody thought it was fine. The base loved it. Yeah, get rid of them. Get rid of the Muslims. Get rid of the Hispanics. Leave the Russians in Brighton Beach. They're okay. The other immigrants and Irish, Italian, we don't have to mess with them. Let's get rid of these guys. You all were cool with that. Now she's gone. Now that she's gone, because of those reasons, now what am I hearing? The president made the call. We should stand down and go with Mark Wayne Mullins. Mark Wayne Mullins, he's a senator. How did he just jumped? You don't want to be a senator anymore? At what point do you sit back and say to yourself, what's going on here? No, seriously, at what point? Because I honestly can say, if all of this chaos were happening under a Democrat, oh, yes, it did. Oh, that's right, it did. It happened from 2020 to 2024. It did. It was under Joe Biden. It was chaotic. Millions of people coming across the border. We don't know who they are. Remember that? The economy. Oh, my God, it's so chaos. We got to get rid of this guy. Only to get a guy in that wasn't chaotic in 2020, in 2016. Now is the most chaos I've ever seen in my life. And everyone just says, yes, yeah, it's cool. It's all right. It's all right. Kristi Noem's gone. Yeah, just go with Mark Wayne. Yeah, Mark Wayne. Nobody says anything about the chaos. And the number one reason that Trump voters in 2016 that either stayed home in 2020 or voted for Biden in 2020, the number one reason the vast majority of those former Trump voters, they're not MAGA, they're just Trump voters, they're just moderate Republicans or independents, the number one reason that they did not vote for him in 2020 after they voted for him in 2016 was all of them said the exact same thing. I love the policy, I hate the chaos. And from 2025, January to now, March 5th, 2026, there has been nothing but chaos. In 2016 to 2020, I said the chaos was caused by the left-leaning media that was causing chaos every day. You remember them going off Covfefe, yeah, that was silly. That was the media doing that. And I said that. I said, this is crazy. This guy's not chaotic. It's these guys covering him that's chaotic. Now it's him. It's the administration. This is straight chaos. How do you allow Pete Hegseth to say we're not regime change and Trump said I'm going to pick the next leader of Iran and not say that's not chaos? How do you do that? How do you just sit back and be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense? How do you let Republican senators say they've been an imminent threat for 47 years? Huh? Imminent means now. You can't be an imminent threat for 47 years. And it's finally said, oh, we've had enough. 47 years later? I got to laugh. I got to laugh. And the reason why I'm laughing is because I'm terrified of what November will look like. I'm absolutely, positively terrified of what November will look like. And for those of you who say you're turning on the president, no, I'm looking ahead to November. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm terrified of it. Historically, the party in the White House loses seats in the midterms. That's historical. That's going to happen. How bad is it going to be is what terrifies me. And it doesn't seem to me that anybody in my party really cares about that. All you care about is defending every single action taken. I listen to these people on the radio. The defense of what's going on in Iran, I get it. You want to attack Iran, go ahead, attack Iran. An imminent threat for 47 years, go ahead, take them out. I don't care one way or the other. But the defense of doing this, I heard it historically why we went into Vietnam. I heard it historically why we went into Afghanistan. I heard it historically why we went to Iraq. The same thing. Replace Russian with Chinese. Replace Muslim with Chinese. All you're doing is saying the exact same thing you said before. You're just replacing Chinese. We got to stop the Chinese. We got to stop the Russians. We got to stop the Russians. We got to stop the Muslims. It's the same. Pick a bad guy. Pick a bad guy. And there's a little sheeple running right behind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell them the Chinese gonna get us. So Shelley went to show. We'll be right back. 44872. 44872-2750. 1-800-WSB Talk. When we come back, I'm going to talk about where I just came from this afternoon. That's happier. That's smilier and better. We'll be right back.